What's going on, everybody?
How is it going?
All right, so we got a losers round 5 match here this morning. Got Jovin versus Splazer. Jovin has a personal best of 109.07, and Splazer has a personal best of 112.55. So we're looking at almost a 4-minute difference here. However, there have been a couple races where Splazer has popped off and Jovin has somewhat underperformed. However, uh, if that's the case, then this could be a little bit closer than anticipated. So I got a feeling this could be a good race.
I've got that feeling too. Joven, these last couple matches he's had against Jared and Glitch PhD up in the winners bracket was just less than superb. Joven was really trying to pick up on the dupes. It just wasn't able to do it. So his money game is definitely his most important goal of today in terms of actually trying to secure out a win into the losers semifinals against I don't actually know who's supposed to go up against yet because that match is not done yet. But Splays are also trying to just continue to perform really well because that's kind of his main goal is just to perform really well. We'll see how that turns out throughout the course of this run. But Joven is definitely looking to try and still show that he's got something in this tournament and can still bring it back despite the money unfortunate events that have occurred to him in the last couple races.
Absolutely. If he can pull out the dupes that he needs or goes for a safer money route, then I have a feeling that he could get a very, very good run. So yeah, we'll see
Yeah.
what happens.
I absolutely feel that. I mean, I think Jobin for sure is going to try at least for a 3 dupe round, but we'll probably see if he decides to change his decision making once coming out of area 2 or 3. Usually he chooses that out of area 3, where he's kind of going for at least 3 or 4 dupes and then just has to like make up all this money later, which is not ideal, but it is something he goes for. It's very risky, but it just comes down to whether or not his duping game is superb. And of course, like I've been saying, those last couple races have not shown that at all.
Yep, but it's getting to the point where the competitors that Joven has to face are a lot closer to his skill level. So I have a feeling he will go for a safer money route, just because he doesn't want to risk potentially throwing away the whole run.
Right, exactly. And this is probably the best case scenario for where Jovin just tries for double to bet anyways, just to secure at least a dupe in a safer money route situation, just to make sure that he can skip something a little bit slower.
Yeah, pretty good area 1 from both runners so far. They've snagged all the doubles. Money pace is looking okay. Splazer missing that orange ghost, but he backs it up.
And he's able to make that double work perfectly. He's still able to catch onto the trash ghost cycle there. Jovin getting the speedy, both of them getting the speedy here. I've only ever seen one runner not get that speedy. I can't remember who it was, but I definitely have seen one runner not go for that speedy.
I think it was Mac.
I think it was Matt.
For it.
Yeah, I think that was just a part of his money route. Which is an interesting choice, but for the most part, getting that speedy is super standard just for getting a few extra bills and some coins out of Area 1, especially since sometimes the RNG out of Area 1 can be really rough and you can exit out of Parlor with like nothing.
Alright, I know Joven's gonna go for the dupe here. However, I don't think Splazer goes for it.
I don't even think Splazer knows how to do it. So, you know, that's kind of been the thing throughout this whole tournament. There have been runners who are up in the top of the leaderboards who've been going for this Neville dupe, and there are those who have been running 100% but are not necessarily on top of the leaderboard who haven't gone for it. It's still super new, so it's not something that every runner's going to go for yet. And Jovin gets it.
Gets it.
Wonderful, wonderful work there. That is definitely some good momentum to start him out on this race. Getting the dupe on the large pearl, a dupe on a medium, and a dupe on 2 smalls. That's a really great start for Jovin.
Yep, that is exactly what he needs. It's a good cushion to have this early in the race.
Absolutely.
And
Those
only
large
loses,
pros are... Those large pros...
Sorry.
Those large pros are worth 1 million, so for Jovin to have that coming out of... have an extra going coming out of Area 1 is really good.
Yeah, and going for that only loses about 2 seconds. You can see by Jovin attempting that and Splazer not that he still has a pretty sizable lead here. So it's well worth learning it.
Absolutely. We're heading on to Chauncey now. I've not seen too many issues with this in more recent time. Only from offline runs have I seen issues with people in Chauncey. But again, Area 1 is so standard and it's just so all the same that it's not that big a deal. Jovin gets that ball catch and gets the ball toss, no problem. Same thing as Blazer. So far, so good. The coins are looking great on both these runners.
Yeah.
About 50 or 60 out of Area 1. It's a good start. Jovin will definitely be coming out of here with the lead for sure. There's no doubt in my mind that he will definitely come out of here with a pretty decent lead, probably about 7 to 8 seconds. Probably less than that actually. He might be like 5 seconds ahead.
Yeah, it's about 5 or 6 seconds. But you know, it's also good to have that lead in money as well. So he has, he's probably up by, I'd say, over $1 million. Because I think his bills and coins are better as well, and he's got that dude.
Yeah, I think when we exit out of Wardrobe Room, he had about, I want to say, at least 10 to 15 more bills and coins over Splazer. But Splazer does also have that extra gold bar that Jovin did not pick up from Anteroom. But honestly, it's so minuscule right now compared to later, where it is going to matter way more towards the end on who's got the better money. But if Jovin can carry this momentum with this money and the game can reward him, then you will definitely have great bills and coins moving forward. And he might even hopefully pick up a few dupes on the way, because if you're Jovin, you know, you want to go for those dupe rats, you want to try and skip out on those extra money, and you want to just like get all that time saved, but it's so risky because you know that your performance in the last few races have been pretty subpar and you haven't been able to collect on the dupes. So there is a lot of pressure there that I hope Jovin doesn't apply to himself, but we'll see how that turns out.
Alright, so pretty solid Area 1s from both of these guys. I'm impressed.
Really good work.
What are your predictions for early release?
Early release, I mean, I'm hoping both these runners get it, because honestly, there have been so many times where I'm like, neither of these runners are going to get it, and neither of them get it. Again, early release is definitely one of those things where you want either both the runners to get it or not get it. Those
Right.
10 seconds lost to just complete RNG is super rough to have early on. But I'll go on record and say that I think both of them will get it.
I'd like to see either both of them get it or both of them miss it. I'd hate
Exactly.
to see one person just get carried by it.
I'm also curious to see if Jovin will go for 6-piece, but I highly doubt that.
Yeah, it's still, like we said earlier, this may wind up being a close race, so I don't think Jovin wants to jeopardize potentially losing an astronomical amount of time
Exactly.
to missing that, because it is pretty risky to go for over the doubles.
And optimally, if you get a really great suck up on them with a good pattern, then you ultimately save like 2 seconds compared to the
But
setup.
I do believe Splazer also knows how to do the 6-piece, so I'm not even sure if he'll go for it, but we'll see.
I think it's still super risky to go for in a tournament setting, but who knows? I mean, they could totally shock us and just go for it anyways.
Right.
And that would be very impressive to see. Jovin exited out of Area 1 with 6 million, so that is definitely a great start.
Yes, that is right where he wants to be with that dupe.
As long as he doesn't get screwed over by money RNG or no dupes, there's no chance that he doesn't have under 20 coming out of Area 2.
Oh, he's going for it.
Ooh. I like this.
Let's see how it goes. I'm liking the setup. Very nice.
Very nice. He missed one, I think.
Oh, he got him.
You got him? Yeah.
Splazer just going for the doubles. Do not blame him.
I don't blame him either, but really impressive work there from Jovin, getting the clean 6-piece with an early release.
Let's go.
Time to see if Splazer gets the early release. This could be really rough for Splazer early on, and he's gonna miss it.
That's unfortunate.
That is super unfortunate.
It's just
Yeah,
the
the
name
wor
of the game.
It's just the name of the game. Those Rolindas will sometimes, based on RNG, show their hearts earlier than they normally would, and that's what we call early release. It's about a 10-second time save, give or take. So rough for Splazer, he's going to lose those 10 seconds early on, where Jovin got the 6-piece and the early release, so he's going to have a really, really solid boo release split here.
Yep. He's still up in money, and he's up in time because he got early release. So Splazer's got some catching up to do here.
I also should note, I think Jovin just also duped Rolindas.
Did he?
He's on 4 larges. Oh, no,
No,
never mind. That's a lie.
he only duped
He only
Neville.
has the one, yeah.
Yeah, he
He's
should
only
have
one.
3.
He should have 3 into Rolindas. See, I'm really tired with matches this early in the morning. I know you and I are both like running on okay sleep, but we've been up for less than an hour.
Yep. I think I woke up like 15 minutes before match time, so.
I actually got my coffee, so I'm shocked that was ready to go. So I got a nice cup of coffee here to do this commentary this early in the morning.
Splazer walking past the button there.
Pablo is punching the air right now with how much little time loss that Splazer's doing right now with simple mistakes. Unbelievable.
Unreal. Alright, let's see if either of these guys get tech skip. That would be nice to see.
We'll see. I'm pretty sure last time Jovin went into this room, into Parlor, he did have a lump at the table and actually chose to skip on the tech skip, but he could definitely set up for it now, and he gets a great boo read too.
RNG.
Yeah, this is a really strong start for Jovin.
He's on a fantastic run right now. He's got the dupe, and he's getting really good RNG.
Yeah, this is looking great right now. Splazer also doesn't have a lump in the table. And with perfect RNG. Nicely done. The boo's going to go and decide to aim for a different direction, but Splazer's still going to be able to make up on the tech skip.
I thought he was about to miss
Super close. Yeah, I did too. It was really close setup there, but Splazer is able to make that work into his favor and is able to get the tech skip. So nicely done. That's going to save them a nice chunk of time because that first boot text is quite longer than pretty much any other text.
I didn't see where Jovin's wardrobe boo was, but they had the same exact RNG for those first 2.
Yeah, I think Jovin they might have just gotten identical RNG.
Yeah.
I wasn't too sure, but Jovin so far with these first 5 boos in Area 2 and given his money pace is on a very good run right now.
Yeah, I think there's a 42-second difference right now.
Yeah, the time difference is insane right now. And Jovin got first read in ballroom, not something you see too often. The boo usually likes to be in the second chair you end up inspecting in this room. So really solid first 5 boo RNG there for Jovin. This is definitely his strongest run yet in the tournament setting for 100%. So this is definitely good momentum to carry through the rest of the run.
Yeah, this might be the best hundo pace so far. Splazer not getting right side boo. That's okay. He finds the boo pretty quickly. It's a 12:55 suck up. I think Jovin got a 12:17.
Yeah, so there is definitely a big lead coming out right now as Jovin spawns the RNG mouse out in the first hallway. You know, it would be hilarious to me if early on in this tournament, if anyone had an RNG mouse spawn, they just go for it anyways.
I mean, with a lead like this, it wouldn't be a bad idea.
No.
Capitalize on getting some extra money.
Absolutely. But I think for Jovin's sake, I think as it stands right now, it's perfectly fine where he is. He hasn't got much in the coins and bills department, but you usually don't this early on in Area 2. There's just not that many RNG spots that you check outside of the Rolinda's chandeliers.
Ooh, that boot just switched in there. You can't get any more lucky than that.
This could be a really brilliant fire split for Jovin. We're looking at a low 14 right here for a fire warp. probably a 1402. A
14-0.
1401.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a
That's
second ahead of my PB.
that's really good right now. If Jovin gets through the rest of area 2 really nicely, then he could definitely get, I would say, a really good 21 Bogmeyer split. And that would just be disgusting to have this early on. Splazer also going to be picking up the fire warp. Nicely done. He's going to be having a 1440 flat. 1439. So there's almost about 40 seconds between these runners.
Jovin missed the butler's candles there when he tried to light them the first time, but still got a pretty good cycle.
He could definitely make this work, but I'm not sure if Jovin will be able to get the boo in time. I'm pretty sure when he finishes butler, that boo is going to switch for sure. Splazer is going to be getting the butler candles right away, so he's also going to be on a great cycle as well. Going to get the money here. It's really just the bills and the gold bar that matters a lot there. We'll see if he sets up for the. We'll see if he goes for the duke here. He definitely will try, and we'll see if he is able to pick it up.
Let's see. Yeah, he's avoiding it at the moment.
He's trying to find the boo before it switches. And gets a great boo read. No dupe there. No dupe there, but honestly, I think it was a good play from Jovin just to try and get the boo. I think did it switch? I can't tell. I don't remember.
So.
I don't think it switched. I think it was a good play there from Jovin to make sure he could try and find the boo before it switched, and he got very lucky there with the boo not switching. But unfortunately, he gets hit by the bat going for the hidden room ghost. So that's a rough way to go.
But he backed it up about as good as he could, so not too bad. Looks like Splazer actually got the dupe, because he now has 5 big pearls.
Yep, both of them now standing at 1 dupe. So far, this is looking really good money pace-wise for both these runners. Jovin also had another great read in here inside of Hidden Room, so that's another great start for him. We'll see if he's able to get the quad in better fashion than Jovin. It looks like he will. I don't think that bat's going to be too much of an issue, and he's going to be able to pick that up on that quad without any issues whatsoever. So that's going to save him a little bit of time as compared to Jovin. Jovin was trying to look for the laundry protect skip there. Wasn't able to grab that at the end of his suck up, so we'll have to have the short text.
But, you know, missing that quad, those are just one of the many mistakes that Splazer is looking for if he wants to come back.
Absolutely, and given how much of a monster run Jovin's on right now, Splazer definitely needs to capitalize on mistakes that Jovin ends up making later in the run if he makes any more.
Yes, the run he is on right now is absolutely nuts.
This is definitely the best pace through area 2 right now that I've seen yet in the tournament.
Yeah,
I think this is better than Jared's 109.16 that he ended up getting in one of his previous matches up in the winners bracket.
And Splazer actually did get laundry boot tech skip. Splazer's gonna have to refill on fire when he comes back. Probably would have been better off doing it beforehand. That way he has more to spare. He could go for some vacuum cancels and flashlight skips.
Yeah, so definitely no opportunity here for Splazer to try and get a half cancel dupe in Melody, but I don't think that's what Splazer is really trying to look for in this situation. I think since he's got the 1 dupe already, he's looking really good, and I think he's even kind of surprised himself a little bit. He usually just kind of wings it on the dupes, you know, from what he's told me in previous times. So having that is a great way just to make sure that his money route moving forward is as solid as it can be, and that way if he ends up dropping anything in the later half of area 4, he doesn't have to worry too much about missing a large pearl.
Right. Does get better RNG than Jovin. Jovin was kind of struggling to find that boo. But that is because most of the objects in this room are a little difficult to read. Oh my god.
Oh,
Please
this
don't
is not.
leave.
Oh, Splazer.
If he had fire there, he probably could have gotten him.
Yeah, absolutely. This boo's gonna head back up into Melody, but that's honestly for the better. That's
Yeah.
gonna lose Splazer almost 20 seconds. That's a really rough start there. Going into the last part of Area 2 for Splazer.
Yeah, that is a
And
mistake you do not like to see. Looks like Jovin's actually doing the new strat where you activate the boo first, then go out and catch lugs, and when you go back in, the boo will still be in there.
no do, but we'll see how this works. And nicely done.
Yes, very solid.
Very solid there for Jovin. Splazer getting the kitchen ruby. I don't think he'll be going for this strat either because I don't know if that's technically on his radar as of yet, but who knows? He might definitely be trying for it anyways. He definitely has the skill level to at least incorporate a strat like that into his run already if he hasn't done it. Looks like Splazer wasn't necessarily able to find a boo read, so he's just going to opt to go for logs to get the boo back inside. Jovin gets the dupe on Spooky. Nicely done. So
Took
that's
him a
2
few
dupes there for
tries,
Jovin.
but he got it.
Yeah, so Jovin's dupe game better than most runs that he's had. At this point in the run, and at least the last 2 races that he's done, he ended up with 0 dupes this far.
Yep.
So having 2 already is really great to have.
Hey, we can see he's really bringing his A game today.
Run first thing in the morning with some decent sleep, I'm hoping. I think Jovin is definitely fueled and ready to go for today. Jovin can sub 21 with this, right?
Yeah, he
Oh,
can get
wait.
a sub 21 suck up, but it's
Suck
not
up, yeah.
key.
Sub 21 suck up, but I think he splits on key.
Yeah, he does.
Splazer
also dupes.
also getting the dupe there. Wow. This is really good so far. Both these runners have gotten 2 dupes and have had some great money. This is looking really good.
Ooh. Splazer missing the double. I'm actually not sure how that missed.
Yeah, Jovin with a nutty 21.55 suck up there. A nice 22.05 key. Wow, I mean, this run is really good for Jovin right now. This is crazy good.
I'm not sure if this is his best pace ever or not.
I'm not sure.
It's close.
It probably is pretty close to his best pace ever. I think if you eliminate the couple of mistakes that Jovin had, really mainly just being the Melody Boo RNG read and also the unfortunate mishap out in Hidden Room, I think that definitely would have come close, if not definitely have been his best pace yet. So definitely a strong showing. I'm definitely seeing Jovin coming out here with at least 21.5.
Yeah, his bill count's pretty good also, and he's got those 2 dupes to his name. Yeah, his money is looking pretty good so far.
I think he also grabbed the kitchen rubies, so he'll definitely have that as well under his belt.
I think there's exactly a minute difference between these 2 right now. Jovin got a 21.55 suck up, and Splazer got a 22.55.
Yeah, there's just about, like, I think a minute and 1 second difference between these 2 runners. So far, there's a big lead here for Jovin, who has 20.9, but still really good showing there. Splazer will probably have about the same then, unless Jovin didn't get the kitchen ruby. Then at that point, Splazer will have a 21, just about.
Pretty sure they both got kitchen ruby, but they did both skip the gym in the gutter.
That makes sense. Jovin usually only ever goes for that if he ends up entering Graveyard with no dupes. That's
Yep.
kind of Jovin's cue for getting the Gutter Ruby, is in that event. See, suppose you got a couple more paintings to go through here in this cutscene section before we get to see what his money looks like. Hopefully I can read it fast because my eyes are not working. So hopefully either I can read it or he doesn't spam too fast.
21.
Yeah, 21. So just a little bit on the better money. I think he actually has one more. Yeah, he's got one more gold bar there than Jovin does, so that is going to put him a little bit over. But still, like, this is really good. Their money pace is pretty much identical right now.
Yeah, I
So
think there's like not even one medium pearl separating the two.
not at all. It's less than 100 compared to the two. It might even be literally 100,000 between the two of them right now. So far, I mean, I think all things considered, both these runs are really good for these runners right now, by their standards.
Yeah, I'd say they're both pretty happy with this.
Man, I think something detrimental has to happen to Jovin here in Area 3 for Splazer to have some massive catch-up to be able to achieve.
Yeah. I mean, like we said earlier, we're looking at a minute difference here. So, something does have to happen.
Yeah.
If Splazer wants to have any chance of a comeback.
Absolutely. And, of course, this is the 100% tournament. Anything is possible. We've seen a lot of things happen in this tournament just through sheer luck or just through sheer stupidity. Some things have happened. We've seen crazy upsets. We've seen runs die in stupid ways. We've seen people lose runs in really horrible ways. Jovin has plenty of water, so he should be able to make this work. Oh no, please don't. Okay. He's not gonna do what he did last time. Which is good because that could have been really bad. This happened last time in his match against Jared where he went to go for that water shot. He does it in a very specific way that's very risky if you just end up missing it because you'll go through all your water. And he missed it and ran out of water, so he had to go back outside into courtyard for the water, which lost him like a minute. But Jovin, learning from his mistakes, knowing that he had enough water and he missed a couple shots, so he just decided to go up to the door and do it himself right there. Was able to get that. So it's got a little bit of time loss, but honestly, still, this is a really good showing from Jovin.
Absolutely. Shockingly, that's happened twice in this tournament so far, both with Afro Man and Jovin.
Yeah, it's I think it's really just how either they aim it or how they really do that strat that can be difficult. Jovin gonna get the tech skip here. He's gonna get the tech skip.
Very nice.
A 27-10 ice split. Not too bad. I think Splazer there got it too. He would definitely miss that first water shot, but he is able to get it on the second try.
Looks like Splazer is not going for tech skip. Not sure if he tried to set it up. I did not see that.
Jovin trying to go for the Nana dupe there. Wasn't able to quite get the setup, but in terms of his Boo read, really nice because the Boo and the decoy were pretty much right next to each other, so not too much time lost there. No Boo switch either. So works there for Jovin in his favor. He should be able to get this without any problems.
He's fine.
Definitely no issues regarding that Boo at all. I feel like the only person that really ever happens to is Nick anyways.
Yeah.
Because it's Nick.
Pretty much. Shoutouts to Nick.
Shoutouts to Nick for getting Nanaboo to double cackle 16 million times in the first 2 seconds and then leaving. What a classic clip right there.
I agree. Alright, so Jovin is going to be making his way to Astral Hall now.
As he struggles to get the fire, but he is able to pick that up. The mouse was in his way, and so with the
I don't like this
bowling
pearl
ball ghost.
Blazer. He could very easily lock onto some here and lose this boo. All right, he's good.
He's good.
I'm gonna
He's
opt out of freezing the boo, just that way he doesn't auto lock onto any pearls.
I think that was a smart move for him. I think just given how the pearls were, I think that's definitely the best way he could have done it. Lose him a little bit of time because he isn't able to get the key in the midst of fighting the boo and freezing him. But honestly, I think that is better than losing the boo at all. It's
Right.
just so much better. Jovin getting the triple here. Nice work. Pretty standard Astral Hall, of course, with the one candle always never being lit for Jovin. That seems to happen to him a lot, on stream and off stream in his runs.
So I think they both still have 2 dupes. I don't think either of them have gotten a 3rd one.
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't expect a Petunia dupe from Splazer, all things considered. I really wouldn't. So that's why I'm very confident in them still having both 2 dupes. We'll see if Jovin gets the first shot moonshot here. Would be nice. And he's gonna
nice.
bullseye that too.
Yep, right dead center. I thought Splazer was gonna get hit there.
And so Jovin with a nice sub 30-30 moonshot time. So he's still looking really solid right now in area 3. Of course, we had the mishap there with the water and the tea room door, but honestly, that's minimal time loss for Jovin.
Yeah.
That's just about like 5-7 seconds there. Just for setting up the shot and then actually walking up to the door and putting the fire out.
All right, let's see if Splazer can bullseye this moonshot.
It would definitely be worse for Splazer to actually miss a moonshot here because that will already put a complete larger detriment into his time gap between himself and Jovin. And if you're Splazer, you still want to try and put in a good showing and keep this run going. But honestly, as far as I'm aware, Splazer's playing for... Wow, great shot too. He's playing just to have a really great performance and do really well in his runs. He's not necessarily playing to win. If he wins, that's kind of a bonus to him. But he gets a great moonshot there. So there is still definitely well over a minute between the 2 runners in terms of their time pace right now. So Jovin is definitely looking strong with his lead and would need something completely horrific to happen to him that just loses him so much time that it's not even
like
a run you'd continue. And Jovin misses the 1 cycle on bank shot, so he's gonna get the speedy here, and that speed's gonna run away from him.
Okay, he got him.
He's gonna be able to make that work. Never gets old just doing that with speedies. Had to do that who knows how many times inside of my 1 max percent run.
I thought that yellow ball was about to screw him over, but he's good. He actually tried skipping the chest cutscene with that gem right as it despawned. It's probably for the best that he missed that because
that was pretty close to him touching it the second it despawned. For those who don't know, the second you touch a gem, the frame it despawns, your game just crashes. And that would have been really bad for Jovin. That would have been an instant run killer. I think Splazer's got the 1 cycle here for bank shot.
Yes.
The ball's really good. Oh, and he gets hit by the purple ball, so he's gonna miss it too. He's not happy.
Rightfully so. That was blatant robbery.
That is super. That is just criminal. That is so terrible. You hate to see that happen.
Indeed.
Jovin with a very textbook projection room there. Not a problem at all. Splazer missed the large pearl. I don't know if he's going to go back for it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He
He did not pick up the large pearl there. He doesn't even see it. He's going to lose this large pearl. He doesn't know that he doesn't have it. Oh, no. Splazer. Well, there goes him from having 2 dupes back down to 1 dupe because he completely missed the large pearl there.
Yeah, he has no idea.
He thought he grabbed it, but it ended up escaping his vacuum at the last second and propped itself behind the billiards table there. So unfortunately, he's actually not going to have that dupe anymore. So now he's back down to 12 with just a singular dupe.
Yeah.
This could be bad for him if he doesn't recognize that earlier on. But, oh well. I think he could still make it work, but now he's back down to 1 dupe. So if you're Splazer and you're trying to compensate, you need to make sure that you know that you are missing that 1 pearl now.
Yeah, especially considering he did skip that courtyard gem. Or excuse me, that graveyard gem in the gutter. Because he had 2 dupes at that point. So he is going to need to either dupe again or back up some of his money.
He can easily back up some of his money, but he needs to recognize now that he has that.
Yeah, I hope he does realize that.
Knowing Splazer, he's listening into this commentary, so he'll definitely know that he missed that.
Yeah.
So he'll definitely know now that he can back that up, for sure.
Jovin actually couldn't go for the twins double there because the bomb landed right on top of the red twin.
I'm shocked he was trying to set up for that. But I did ask him yesterday if he was going to set up for twins double, and he told me he was going to set up for twins double, so I actually can't be surprised. Realistically speaking. As Splazer gets Van Gore text. Actually, no, that was on text. But still with much text.
Oh,
Splazer pawns a
boy.
poison mushroom, but I don't think that one should be that big a problem. All right, Jovin's able to make this boo work out. This boo was getting pretty close there, but I don't think there's enough double cackles for it just to walk out of the room. It'd be amazing to me if Splazer, as Jovin spawns a poison mushroom in the nursery, it'd be pretty interesting to me if Splazer can actually just kind of win out a dupe here in twins. That'd be really interesting.
Yeah.
Could put him back on pace.
That would be nice.
Ooh, Jovin with
getting
rough
pretty
boo
bad
RNG.
luck.
Yeah, that's some rough boo RNG there in Lydia's room, so he's still gonna be able to get the tech skip. He has got that, but a little rough there. The boo was not in, what was that, behind the bed there in the...
Splazer actually did just dupe that pearl.
Oh, well, there you go. Splazer being able to make up for the pearl he lost in billiards room, so he's got that going for him. Jovin's gonna probably get the sapphire here, as he doesn't know where to find Clairvoya. Interesting play from Jovin, but I guess that is just fine because he hasn't got any other dupes yet. So I guess that's a pretty okay way to just grab a quick 500,000. Those sapphires are worth 500,000, so a little extra way to back that up now, especially since that sapphire has no chance of despawning anytime soon. When you're doing this clairvoyant mashing segment and you spawn that sapphire will just freeze in time with mostly every other object that will freeze in time. Money is not an exception to that. It will just despawn in the middle of you mashing through this cutscene. So Jovin doesn't have to worry about his game crashing unless he just ignores it for who knows how long.
Yeah, based on all the gems that Jovin skipped, it looks like he's going for a 4 dupe route. So if he gets one more sapphire after this, he still needs one more dupe if he wants to be on par with the 100 million money by the end.
Splazer's also going to grab it here, but that's actually, like, that makes sense as a play for Splazer because he actually lost out on the dupe from earlier. He just lost out on lost out on that large pearl in billiards room. So he still made it up again with the twins dupe, which was good for him because he's back up to 2 dupes. But all these considered, you know, he definitely needs to get this extra money now while he has the availability to do so.
And I do believe that Splazer's money is better than Jovin's, because I think Splazer got Biff Speedy, whereas Jovin did not.
Yeah, I think he's got a couple of. I think he's up two. He's up 2 gold bars. I think their bills are about the same, and he might have just a few less coins than Jovin. But I think he does have a couple extra gems in comparison to Jovin. So I'm not too sure exactly. But again, I think actually coming out of Area 3, considering Splazer lost out on a third due potential by missing the Billiards Large Pearl, then they're still on identical money pace. That's rough for Jovin. I think he was actually trying to set up a tech skip there and then ended up pulling the whole thing off.
Too.
So a rocky Area 3 for Jovin, but all things considered, it's still a really great run for this tournament. It's definitely his best performance yet. He's got 2 dupes under his belt. It's got some great money. Like, his bills are insanely great right now.
Yeah, 327 out of Area 3. That's nuts. Typically, you try to just aim for about 300, but anything more is really good.
He's got 200 coins. He's got about the same gold bars, but Splazer's going to, again, go up another 2 because he's going to get, obviously, the lugs chest here in a second. So Splazer still got... Splazer, I mean, they basically have about the same money. Splazer's going to have a little bit more again because he has those couple of extra... he's got a couple of the extra gold bars, and I think he might have an extra gem or so. I'm not too sure about that. They might have identical gems, but for the most part, they're looking very, very strong here. I'm hoping Splazer remembers to get ice here. I think in an offline run more recently, he forgot about ice. He had to get it up in Tea Room, so let's hope he remembers to grab it on his way out.
Yeah, let's hope so. Jovin going for the cheese.
Splazer never...
Oh,
no! Splazer never watered the plant out of Area 2! Oh, no!
That's...
I think he's forfeiting.
Yeah, he has to.
Oh, no. Splazer! Oh, that is terrible. Splazer is going to go for the forfeit, unfortunately. He didn't water the plant out of Area 2. And that was just that is it. There's no way to recover from that. Oh no. Splazer. Oh, I feel so bad. That is horrible.
Well,
that is the worst way to lose the run, is forgetting to water the plant when you actually go outside to do spooky. And then realizing you've done it realizing you've made that mistake at the end of Area 3.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, that is so rough.
Words can't describe that.
Oh, I feel so terrible. That is the worst way to lose that, without question. Meaning Jovin will... We really will just be watching Jovin for the most part here throughout the rest of the race, so... Oh, man. That's a rough way to go out.
Yeah, this is going to be a Jovin victory unless for some reason he does not have the 100 million by the end.
But honestly, at this point, Jovin can try and back up the money, or he could just go and see what happens and make that work from there. And Splazer's going to join up with the call. Splazer.
What's going on, Splazer?
Yo. Dang, dude.
Dang.
Very interesting way to lose that run.
It's alright. I had a good time anyways.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Dude, I was killing the dupes, man. I'm just proud of that.
You're killing the dupes, yeah.
So
you were able to back up the Miss Billiards large pearl, so you made that work.
Yeah, dude. It was good. That's unfortunate. It sucks because... Hold on. Oh.
Jovin with an interesting Bulasis there. I had several eye shots, still able to secure the 1 cycle, but that first eye shot, none of those blues were together, so he got very little. So with a 43-32 Bulasis key, so still a pretty decent run, all things considered.
I'd say he lost about a minute in that Area 3 in comparison to his PB, but, I mean, still.
Still, I still think he had definitely the best showing out of Area 2. I think
Absolutely.
that was probably the best area. I think it was the best area 2 in the entire tournament thus far. I think he's gonna have like 41 here. I don't think he's gonna have 42 because he already didn't have a dupe. He didn't get a dupe here in area 3, but he did get that clairvoyant gem. So I do think he's probably gonna have about 41. But I could be wrong. He could definitely just have 49. I will always be wrong on which number I pick because it's always under. Always 1 million under. I never guessed 2 million under. I always guess 1 million over. But we'll see.
Yeah, let's take a look. I'm dying to know.
I'm dying to know what it's looking like. 41. Let's go. I was right. Let's go.
Yeah.
Good
Nice.
read for me. Despite never playing LM, I still make good reads.
Yeah, I know how to catch up to Jovin. I'm gonna do 80% real quick. May not have the money, but you know, can flex over a better time.
You know, you can flex it. You've
Yeah,
done
there you
one
go.
cycle. Who knows how many times?
Yeah, I do.
It's about time you showed up, Jovin.
So Jovin is going to finish up with the plant. There's going to get the first of 2 gold diamonds that are worth 20 million. So he's got that for him. Great bills, 385, 233 coins, 11 gold bars. He's got an extra sapphire. He's got 2 dupes. He's looking super solid right now. It's gonna be really difficult for Jovin, I think, at this point to end up losing the 100 million, but he is gonna need to look for an extra dupe. He did set up for a 4 dupe route. Didn't get anything out of area 3. Did get 1 of 2 extra sapphires. He'll probably get the ultra sapphire at the end if he doesn't pick up any more than 1 dupe. So he definitely has that looking for him throughout area 4. Splazer now enters into any percent. Will be entertained from that on your left side of the screen.
I think Jovin getting that cheese mouse at Safari Room, he may not even need that last dupe, but I still think he's gonna go for it just to be sure.
I think I was so focused on Splazer, who unfortunately lost the plant there out of area 2, that I didn't notice Jovin actually went for that. So I think Jovin still wants to go for a dupe. It definitely has that set up and definitely can now, just considering that it doesn't have the added pressure of having to continue the race. But I'm still thinking he'll try and go for some dupes.
Right.
He kind of wants those for his offline runs for the 108 grind, because he's definitely been lacking in those more recently.
Yeah, his build count's up about 70 from where you would usually want to be at the start of area 4. So he's doing pretty good right now.
And we're about to see if Jovin, in typical fashion, gets longer than a 5-second Grimly. I've noticed in the last few days that he's done runs, he's just been getting anything but like 7-second Grimleys. So we could see if HD can praise the Instagram or if Jovin just gets a fast Grimly.
We'll see if he gets this Instagram.
For those who are just kind of catching in to see Splazer's forfeit, Splazer unfortunately did not water the plant when he entered into that in area 2 and only realized it coming out of area 3. So that is a forfeit for Splazer, because there's no chance he'd be able to finish out that plant by the end of the run. As Jovin doesn't get Instagram, but he's probably going to get a 5-second Grimly. No, he's going to get about a 3-second Grimly. So better than what he has been getting more recently in his offline run. So not too shabby.
I'm excited to see this Breaker Boo 1 cycle from Jovin.
I'm excited to see it too.
Let's see it, Jovin.
Let's
That's
see
what happens when
Jovin
you
get the huge pop-off here on the Breaker Boot 1 cycle.
So Splazer, did you just did you water the plant and it didn't activate, or did you just forget about it completely?
Oh, I realized I just forgot about it completely. That's what happens when you have a match in the morning.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
It was all me, man. I just forgot the plan, unfortunately.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that.
Me neither.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either. I wouldn't have seen that coming. I think also judging by my ginormous gasp at the sight of the plant not being watered at all,
Yeah.
I'm saddened. Jovin gets bonked there, but is able to bait the charge. He might still be able to pick out the one cycle here. Yeah, no double cackles. I think he's good.
Yeah, you got it.
There you
Nice.
go. Gets the tech skip too. Nicely done there from Jovin. Is able to pop up on the breaker wheel one cycle. See if he gets the double here on the purple punchers. He's not able to get the double on the purple punchers, but this one will not despawn on him. So better than most times where you would have to wait for him to respawn. Still a little bit of time loss, but not as bad as Jovin spawns another poison mushroom. This is third for the run, I think. Might be a second, actually.
Very nice.
Yeah, some good work here for Jovin. He's definitely looking to get. He's definitely looking at a pretty. I think he's looking at a pretty decent 110 time. If he just gets great RNG in Attic, he could definitely get a good 110 time.
Yep. The run officially begins here.
In the wise words of your friend Jared Giant, Jared's Giants.
I thought you
The
said that
plural
on purpose.
version, not the singular version. The plural version of Jared. Jared's Giants, the wise man himself.
Shout out to Jared Giant, suck, right?
The run does not start until Attic booze. And this is where Jovin is now entering, as we'll see him head into telephone room to do the skeleton double and then go do toy soldiers. He'll probably go for toy soldier double, knowing Jovin.
Yeah, I would assume so.
I would definitely assume so as well. Definitely no chance that Jovin just doesn't go for it for whatever reason.
I mean, if he absolutely has to, he can take water up to Van Gogh and water every plant on the balcony. He's not gonna let himself not have the money.
Yeah. That is unless Jovin wanted to have the rematch for whatever reason, because we have not yet seen a rematch to both players not having the money, but I think knowing Jovin, that's probably not going to be the case, because he's actually on a decent run with decent money. I don't expect him just to go, you know what, I'm going to throw this away.
Dang, dude. I got scared in the hallway.
As Jovin finally gets through the 400 bill barrier, he's got some solid money under his belt.
Yes, he does.
It's kind of all we can talk about anymore, is we just see Jovin do a bunch of other stuff here. His money's just, I mean, his money is great. I mean, this is the best money he's had yet in the tournament, I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong, in one of his early matches might have had pretty great money, but this is really good considering his last 2 to 3 matches. As he's able to get up onto that toy soldier double. We'll see if he goes for the dupe. Is getting able to get the dupe. That puts him at 3 dupes with the 18 larges under his belt.
Yep.
And as well as a couple extra things. At this point, there's no chance, unless he drops Weston and Subi one cycle, that he loses on the 100 million. He definitely has that secured under his belt now. With assuming he does get all the rest of the pearls. If he gets an extra pearl, then he's good to go.
Jovin. It's a nice change of pace for him in comparison to these last couple races he's had.
This definitely is good for the psyche and the mentality moving forward, because this definitely puts you in a good position to look forward to your last couple of loser rounds matches and possibly making your way back into the grand finals against whoever wins the match between HD and Jared's Giants. I am looking forward to that race, actually. That's going to be a really fun race to look forward to. The match between HD and Jared's Giants should be happening sometime soon. We're getting towards the point where that match will need to be done at some point.
Yes, we are.
I think the word was that next week might be the time that that race is going to occur.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll find out soon. There is only this match scheduled at the moment. I don't think the match between Mini and Pi has been scheduled yet. So
it is not.
Once that race gets scheduled and we get through that, then we'll be able to do the loser semifinals as well as the winners finals. It gets to see who goes through the rest of the tournament. Jovin getting the Clockwork Boo at about 145, so that's really good showing there. I was able to make the Boo go down into Telephone, which is exactly what you want. As Jovin barely loses the Boo 1 HP, but if it goes right, that's honestly probably best case scenario. It's going to go left, which is actually still pretty good.
I'd say you want to get this guy, yeah, that's probably best case scenario. Getting that guy up in Jarvis, because we have to go there anyways.
Hey, absolutely.
It's probably better to get him in a smaller room, that way you don't have to look for him again in Telephone Room, because all the objects are just so spaced apart, and it's just such a wide room.
Right, that is true. So this is definitely best case scenario for Jovin, losing the Boo 1 HP, but honestly, still pretty good. Jovin
how that worked.
I don't know how that worked either. That was really close. The twirlers were looking rough there. That twirler was looking like it was so far to the left there, or so far to the right there, that it was not going to work out for Jovin to get that shine there with the flashlight. This flashlight is not as OP as it is in Dark Moon. That Dark Moon flashlight is the most OP thing in the entire series. I will, on my mother, will say that. No one can ever argue with me about that flashlight in that game. It's so busted. If you had a room the size of Telephone, you could stun ghosts from either side.
Yes. So it appears that Jared's Giants is calling me out on my hacking.
Is he
I'm honestly offended. It's not my fault that your hacks have not yet been prepared. I brought my A game.
Jared's only hack will be that he'll get 10 dupes, which is the most yet from any runner as far as I'm aware. That might be his ultimate hack, but he just has to make sure that he sets up the scripts properly.
Yeah, I mean, he'll also get terrible luck.
Well, knowing you guys, neither of you are going to get good Boo RNG nor early release.
Yeah.
That just happens to you guys.
At least we get to go through it together.
That's it. That's how it is. Friends to the end.
Get to get
except for the same things.
Screwed by this game, left, right, and center, together.
Jared saying he's in touch with the Luigi's Mansion developers to create his own specially scripted hack that looks completely flawless. So, from what I'm understanding, Jared is about to have the new task developed here in a very short amount of time for the LM 100% tournament, as Jovin's going to have a really interesting Jarvis Boo, who's going to leave directly down into Armory Room, but
you know what,
better than it going outside.
It sounds to me like Jared is just gonna be obtaining Pablo Runs' copy of Luigi's Mansion.
He'll probably also be receiving that GameCube straight from the Netherlands itself because...
Yep. Because, for some reason, Pablo's Luigi's Mansion copy gives him pretty much perfect RNG, about 90% of the time.
Yeah.
I should say...
And besides, it is what makes it that disc is what rewards you in the game, not the skill. The game rewards you just for rewarding you.
I should say Jovin did dupe Jarvis.
Yeah, I noticed that. He's up to 20.
Dang.
Unfortunately, Jared is saying that the developers cannot change their luck because that is the way it is. It is set in stone, so both of them are going to be getting terrible RNG in their race. Looking forward to that. Area 4 is going to be so atrocious. Both of them are going to end up with 112s probably, so looking forward to see how that turns out at the end of that match. Jovin with actually pretty decent Boo RNG here, and Boo playing here in Addict, so not too terrible. And Jarvis Boo was interesting. That thing just kind of went on its own, but he was still able to make that work.
Yeah, I'd say besides that, the Attic was pretty good.
Definitely had a couple of decent best case scenarios, all things considered, for losing a Boo, which was Clockwork Boo, but that went back into Jarvis, which is great. Yeah, didn't lose too much time. Nothing went out from Jarvis and back into Jarvis, so that there was no time loss there. So Jovin's still looking really solid here. Yeah, Jovin's looking. I think Jovin's still looking at about a pretty decent 110 pace run right now. So really good.
Definitely 110able.
Very, very solid.
Ooh, misses the ceiling surprise. All right, he's got him.
He's got him. Gets the double here onto the twirler and the purple puncher. pretty sure he's still at 3 dues, but honestly, like Jovin's got great money.
He's at 4 now, so he is good.
Oh, he do Jarvis?
He did.
Nicely done there. I actually got one of the Trophy Cup RNG money spots there, so not too bad, but doesn't go for it because obviously he doesn't need it. He will not need that money whatsoever. I'm actually hoping Jovin goes for the sitting room and Supi room boo double. He just loves to do that, and it's great when he does it because he just somehow always makes that thing work.
I mean, he's got nothing to lose at this point. His money's good. He's not on PB pace. He's really only racing himself.
Yeah. The only way Jovin loses this and just forfeits the match is if he spawns the gem out of bounds after Vanguard Boo, but I can't see that happening. It's so easily, I feel like it's so easily avoidable, and it's so hard to actually pull off if you know what you're doing. So I think Jovin should be just fine to finish out this race with 100 million. Let's see if Jovin gets the pipe room boo one cycle. It's not too difficult to get, but sometimes the boo is not very cooperative as Jovin spawns the decoy and gets the boo down inside of that bucket. I think he's got it.
Oh my god, okay.
Ooh, that ice made it pretty close. It was not intended for Jovin to pick up the ice there, but still is able to get the one cycle there on Piper and Boo as we head into Weston, where this could be one of the 2 terrible things that happened to Jovin, but honestly, I still think even if he drops this, he'll be just fine on money. If Jovin gets through everything, he'll definitely have 102.
Yeah, I don't think he's got anything to worry about at this point. I think even with a missed 1 cycle, he should still be fine. Even, like, he could just back it up with Supi Gem.
Is he gonna get the dupe here? No, he doesn't. But I think he was trying to set it up for it anyways. Boo switch. He is able to get a good boo switch as it switches into the top right barrels there. So it works for Jovin. He doesn't have to try and slide his way all the way down to the bottom right boxes, the bottom left boxes there, or to the top left. I have all my directions really screwed up this morning, as far as I can tell. Because I think I just made 7 wrong mistakes in terms of determining where things are in a room. Coffee hasn't kicked in quite yet, but it probably will in about an hour. And then from there, it'll last about 2 hours before it crashes.
I'm ready to go back to bed, dude.
How late do you guys stay up?
Like 5 a.m.
Oh, okay, so, the typical. Pretty typical, but the real question was if Jovin actually got adequate sleep.
I know he went to bed about the same time I did.
Well, I guess it's okay. I guess it works out. You ready to take another nap? Another 2-hour nap?
Yes. I would
probably need that anyways. Because I'll probably be walking
too.
into work tomorrow anyways.
Well, today's Saturday, right? Is it Sunday?
Oh, it is Saturday.
Yeah.
My days are messed up. I've been convinced. Honestly, the whole day I've been convinced it's Sunday.
Really?
Yes. I woke up thinking it was Sunday. I still think it's Sunday.
Well, there you go. Just know you don't have school tomorrow.
Yeah, that's good. Works for me. I have to finish a bunch of IRL stuff today, so I've got a busy day ahead of me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Keeping it real, hustling.
Keeping it real with sounds of the streets. Wise words of Luigi PhD. I almost just want to see Jovin get hit by this, just because I know he has the money. I almost just want to see him get hit by one of these stupid dolls. Because one of the worst things inside of this fight is the stupid dolls.
Yeah. Now you can actually suck those clown dolls up, but I mean,
Jovin did do that on the
time.
bottom right one. Well, he did that in the middle of the fight, so You're gonna
Yeah.
lose too much there for that.
Yeah, you could do it before the fight, and it makes it so much easier, but, oh, it just wastes so much time. So we don't do that.
Definitely no point in doing that.
Yeah, he's wrapping up with close to 500 bills here, and he's got 4 dupes.
He's got 4 dues, 500 bills, 300 coins, almost 20 there. He's gonna get the boo double. 61 is actually pretty okay. He could try to make this work, but it can be a little tricky.
Yeah, we will see what happens here. Alright, they're both pretty high. Yeah, there's
I
no
don't
way.
think one of these is gonna work. No, it's got too much health. Yeah. Those boos were too high for one of them to end up, for both of them to go in, so one of them was gonna end up leaving, and so one does. Top one there at 8 health. He's gonna get that though. Still, I think he can still 110 with this. I can't see why he can't. If he goes for one cycle, I think he can get it.
I think he could get a high 110 with this. Maybe.
He'll be kind of close for a high 110 with either standard insta-shot 2 cycle or backup 2 cycle with insta-shots. He could definitely get it with. He could definitely secure with a 1 cycle. That's not a question. And we'll see if. Oh, Jovin's got music glitch too, so we don't get to hear the music here in Van Gore's room. Nicely done. We just get to hear this in utter silence.
Very eerie.
Oh, very, very eerie. But we'll get to see if Jovin gets to go for what Pablo calls the instant Van Gore puncher triple with a good suck up. That's Pablo's brand new meme. The instant Van Gore puncher triple with a good suck up. Wasn't a good suck up, but was a pretty nice was a pretty nice flash there. Nice suck up there on the twirlers. Let's see what the grabbers got.
Very nice.
Yeah, not too bad. Shy Guy should be the easiest to get a good suck up on. Nice work there. Wow, nicely done.
Now let's just see him bag this triple right here, and then he's good.
Look at that go. Rough suck up, but still really good.
Alright, so I think the only way at this point that Jovin could, for some reason, lose this race and not have the money is if the gold diamond clips out of bounds.
But it's so avoidable that he can definitely make it work.
Yeah.
And Splazer pulls up Jovin's stream on his POV, so now we have 2 versions of the same stream. But this time we actually get to see Jovin's face off to the left side of Splazer's screen there. This boo's gonna leave with great health. Wow,
Oh, yeah,
119.
119.
Whew. Oh,
Okay.
okay, the boot just leaves right back outside.
Oh
And
my
leaves
God.
again. Oh my god, Jovin, please. Just let it go back in normally. Oh, he really has to drag this boo. I think he can make this work though. As long as his boo doesn't like try to leave when he gets this. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
And he's gonna get the save award.
Splazer did not water the plant, and he did not realize until after Area 3.
So that is why he was not able to get through Area 3, because you just won't be able to back that up. So unfortunate for Splazer, that is the way he will unfortunately go out. Not the best way, but he did put up a good fight, and he did enjoy his time in the tournament, so we commend him very much for his efforts. He definitely put on a great showing throughout his tournament run, and made a great losers run too, all things considered.
Yeah, so with a standard 2 cycle, this is going to be a high 110.
Just
However, I'm assuming he will go for the 1 cycle, no doubt.
no doubt he goes for 1 cycle. I can't see why he wouldn't go for the 1 cycle. wonder if he's gonna go for the gem thing and just do it for swag. No, he's not. He's just gonna walk right into King Boo. So really great run from Jovin. This could definitely kind of remotivate you to keep this kind of performance moving into losers round 6, which is our losers semifinals, which will be happening as soon as the match between Mini and Fire Dragon happens, and then we can play through that. Whoever wins that goes into the losers finals, who the opponent there will be the winner of, or who the loser of the HD Lax Jared's Giants match happening sometime soon, and the winner of that will go into the grand finals. So we've got about 4 matches left.
Yeah, I think we can get them done in about 2 weeks, all of them.
So we can definitely have all of these runs. We can definitely have the tournament done before Christmas happens, before everyone gets out for the holidays. So looking forward to seeing that happen. And looking forward to the conclusion of a really interesting and fun tournament. This has been a really entertaining because there's a lot of things that have happened, and we've definitely seen that this tournament will definitely be will have a lot of variables to it. Jovin getting the insta shot. We'll see if King Boo's nice to him on this on this ball here. It's a little high, but it gets out of the way, and Jovin is able to get the second shot there.
I don't know. This is not going to work, I don't think.
Might not, but he's
may
still
work. It's going to be so close. I
He's
think
got
it.
He's got it. Wow, there you go. It's 110.31 there for Jovin.
Very nice.
He definitely has the money, so I'm just going to mark him done now. I seriously refuse to believe he wouldn't have the money. So,
yeah,
there
he's
you
got
go.
the money, but got to check anyways.
Got to check it anyways, but I am going to mark him done because, well, he is done. He has completed the run. He has definitely got the money. We'll check anyways. Really good work there from Jovin. Congrats to him for a really good run. That's definitely his best run in the tournament, and that's definitely one that could definitely spark your fire again after almost losing one match to money and having a rough money pace throughout one match, and then losing a run with really rough money.
Good job, Jovin.
GG's to him. We'll get to see if the money works out. We don't have, obviously, since I clicked Jovin done, we won't get to hear anything, but honestly, we could just kind of talk about that. Like, seriously, it was a good run. 4 dupes, lots of, almost 500 bills there, almost 300 coins, about 20 gold bars, a couple of extra gems. Like, he definitely has like 103.
Yeah, he definitely exceeded the minimum requirement, that's for sure.
Without question. And I think he definitely performed up to a level that he was looking forward to performing up to. So really good work for him.
Yeah, just based off the bad performances from the last couple of races that he's done, I think he's pretty pleased with this.
I think this is a very satisfying way to do it. I say 103, but I'm probably going to be wrong because I'm always wrong on the final count anyways. So we'll see. Kind of through the last couple of paintings there, we'll get to see. He's going to do the fast money count.
Jared's Giants is wrong yet again.
I'm always wrong.
Is this who you want winning your tournament? Of course not.
Of course not.
Good job, Jovin. GG's.
Jovin. Welcome in. GG's.
Hello, gents. GG.
Shut up.
GG's,
Okay, hey,
Jovin.
Jovin. What's up, man?
Wait, what? Yeah, GG's Splazer.
GG's, man. Good
No.
run, bro. Proud.
Wasn't bad. I did lose about 1.5 minutes in Area 3. Other than that, pretty good.
Was that out of Area 2? Is that close to your best pace yet?
Yeah, I think it was 3 seconds behind my best pace out of Area 2. Which I was surprised too, because I got punched in Hidden Room, but
you did get punched in Hidden Room.
Yeah, that was a very good area too.
I got pretty really lucky that Area 2.
Yeah.
Did you get perfect RNG out of the first 3 rooms?
No,
Or was Wardrobe Room kind of meh?
no, Answer Room was meh, I believe. I think Answer Room was
you
middle.
got middle spot in anteroom. Perfect RNG and parlor.
Yeah, but yeah, and then Area 3 run kind of fell apart there.
Yeah, you lost about a minute to your PB in Area 3.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's just how Area 3 goes. And then Area 4, it just gets better, right?
I mean, Area 4 was pretty okay up until I lost Clockwork Boot 1, and then he went into Jarvis. And then I forgot, to get him, so I had to go back into Jarvis. Went through 2 extra door animations. Yeah, I was still trying to 109 out of Weston, and then I tried to go for Boo Double to save the run. Of course, that didn't work. And then Vangor Boo, that was fun.
Yeah.
Just kept walking in and just would walk in and leave right away. Just wasn't having it.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Dude. At least that one cycle though, that was cool.
Yeah,
you
that was a
finished
good
it
one
off
cycle.
with a 1 cycle. That was very nice. So, up next, you are moving on to losers round 6. You will be facing the winner of Fire Dragon and Mini. How you feeling about that one?
Man, I mean, I can't wait. I love both those guys. I'd love to race either of them.
Yeah.
That'll be a good race.
That will be a good race.
That'll be a really good race. A good race to watch, and then the winner of that will play against Jovin. It'll be another great match.
I tried to catch up to you by playing 80%. Didn't work out.
Oh, damn. Splazer, how'd you lose your run? Because I only noticed you forfeited when I was in Area 4.
I forgot plant. I forgot to water it in Area 2. So when
you did what I did that one time.
What? What did you do?
I forgot to water the plant in Area 2, and I didn't find out until I thought I was on PB pace, and then
like on
the
run attempt?
Yeah, on an attempt.
That's happened to me one time too. I had like a really good run, and when I went to water the plant, yeah, it was just over in an instant.
Right.
Dang. It sucks because that was a really good run for me too.
Dang.
Jovin, before we head out, I do want to ask you: Are you satisfied with your duping performance today?
I got 4. That's better than average, I'd say, for me. 4. I'm pretty satisfied. Honestly, didn't expect to dupe in Area 4. I got 2 dupes in Area 4, and I like never dupe in Area 4 ever. So that was nice.
Yeah, you got the Toy Soldier dupe and the Jarvis dupe, so really solid there.
It was.
Absolutely. Well, I guess on that note, we will end it off here. GG's, gentlemen.
GG's.
Was a heck of a race.
One heck of a race. Of course, before we head out, I do want to give the thanks to SpeedGaming for hosting these tournaments and doing all the work that they do. Their volunteers are great and really good for setting up everything. So we appreciate all the work that they do to make sure that this stuff is good for us and that they host our tournaments. And on that note, I do hope that everyone who's watching who is an American had a great Thanksgiving, and we'll be back here within the next week for yet another fun match. So look forward to those. And on that note, GG's to Splazer and Jovin, and that's it for us. Later, everyone.
All right, later.